Today marks a new day, though, for our city. Superintendent Larry Snelling upholds what I call the 3 C's of leadership: collaboration, compassion, and to make sure we have competency. In his role, Superintendent Snelling will carry out our administration's vision of collaboration across all communities and stakeholders to achieve real safety. He understands as well as anyone that community safety cannot be secured by police alone. Community safety must be a collective effort and responsibility. It takes the full force of government to build a better, stronger, and safer Chicago. It literally takes all city departments and sister agencies, including our police department, working in partnership with business, labor, faith, community organizations, state and federal partners, and the people of Chicago to create lasting peace and safety. Superintendent Snelling also understands the need for compassion and service. He will continue improving the morale in the department by listening to our officers and creating policies that support their mental health and their ability to do their job. He will ensure that police are building trust with residents and serving our communities in a constitutional way, and doing that with compassion and respect. And the third, competency. We already know that Superintendent Snelling is a proven leader with nearly 3 decades of experience with the Chicago Police Department. He has risen through the ranks, starting as a patrol officer until his most recently as serving as chief of the department's Bureau of Counterterrorism. He is deeply rooted in the values of our city. I'm confident in his ability to further unify our police department as well as our communities and help me build a better, stronger, safer Chicago. The challenges we face in this city are complex and multifaceted. Achieving real community safety is in every single neighborhood. It is an enduring mission. It is an incredible responsibility, and we as a city cannot thank Superintendent Snelling enough for answering the call to serve. Thank you, Superintendent Snelling, for stepping up. I look forward to the work that we will do ahead. And now, it is my honor to bring to the podium the new superintendent of the Chicago Police Department, serving the greatest freaking city in the world, Superintendent Snelling. But they don't clap around here. It's really frustrating.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And thank you for that introduction, Mayor Johnson. Also, thank you, Interim Superintendent Fred Waller, for those kind words. I am truly humbled today. As you can see on the floor, the way things went today, I couldn't be more satisfied at the connection that I felt with the council and everyone involved. And I'm excited about where we're going moving forward. Throughout my 3 decades at CPD, I've seen this department change in many ways. As superintendent, there will be more changes. It's going to be necessary to move the department forward and to move our relationships forward with the community that we serve. These changes will prioritize the well-being of the men and women of the department. Changes aimed at building trust and forging stronger partnerships in our communities. Changes to strengthen investigations and bring justice to victims and survivors who we often forget about. Victims and survivors of violent crimes who we often forget about. We have to make that acknowledgement. We have to think about our victims and our survivors of violent crime, the trauma that they deal with on a daily basis, and what happens to someone when they become a victim of these violent crimes. Let's please remember those people, because at CPD moving forward, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to be there for those families. We're going to be there for those people. Through these changes, I promise to hear and listen to everyone across the city. To make our city stronger, we need to do it together. We have to come together. No more time for adversarial relationships. We can agree to disagree, but we all need to come to the table. I think we all want the same thing, a safer city. We want a better place for our kids to grow up, and I think we can all come to a consensus on that. No one area of the city is the same, and the solution must be tailored to each specific area if we are going to get to the bottom of what public safety is supposed to be. I'm ready to do this alongside the members of the Chicago Police Department and each one of you here today in our communities. I want to thank Interim Superintendent Fred Waller and his family. Anyone who doesn't know what a toll that this job can take on your family, on you as an individual, but the people who are supporting you behind the scenes, can't say enough about that. And the family members who are supporting Superintendent Fred Waller behind the scenes while he did this job selflessly, I just really want to thank them. You know, I've thanked his wife several times, and thank you again, Keisha Waller. Superintendent Waller, your care and compassion for our city and our department are evident. I'm grateful for your guidance, your mentorship, your leadership, and always being there when I needed you to be there. As I said before, and I'll say it to my last breath, I would not be here without Superintendent Waller. Superintendent Waller saw something in me that, again, I probably didn't even see in myself. I've always thought about doing the right thing, but he always told me, you need to be in a bigger place. And here I am, and thank you for that. I also want to thank Mayor Johnson, and I want to thank Mayor Johnson specifically for this reason, for being a listener. If we don't listen, we don't hear each other. If we don't hear each other, we're not listening to each other. And we never get anywhere if we do that. There's no way we move forward as a team if we don't listen to each other. And Mayor Johnson, I thank you for that leadership. I thank you for listening. I thank you for hearing me. And I thank you that even as the mayor of Chicago, when you don't have to, you listen. You've always been a gentleman. You've always accepted the things that I've said to you. You've always paid attention to those things, and you've always given me feedback on what you think. I can't say enough about that, because moving forward, the mayor understands that as the superintendent of the Chicago Police Department that I have a job to do. I also understand that the mayor has a job to do. And I'm going to support the mayor in the job that he's doing. But at the same time, in order for me to support the mayor, I have to be the superintendent of police. I have to do the job. And I have to do the job in the best way possible for the entire city to be successful. So I'm looking forward to working with you in the future and your administration, Mayor Johnson, because your administration, I have to say, I just can't say enough about them. The support that I felt from that administration, I just can't say enough. So thank you for that. Anthony Driver, President Driver, can't say enough about the way that he has led the commission, the great work that he's done, and he's quite impressive. Also, a young person of Englewood, So I can't call him the son of Inglewood. I'll just call him the nephew right now. So I can't say enough about the work that you did. And I really appreciate that. Ramel Terry, the job that you guys did on the commission, I just can't say enough. Like I said before, they raked me over the coals. They wanted to make sure that they had the right person for the job. Some stiff competition, great people who put in for superintendent, and again, I can't tell you how blessed I am and how I feel about being here right now amongst all of that competition. So thank you again. But I've got to say one thing before I leave. We talk about collaboration on a daily basis within our police department. We talk about working with community and community groups. This morning, one of our best community leaders that you can ever think of passed away this morning. Her name is Joyce Chapman. Joyce Chapman was a pillar of the South Side. And there wasn't anybody over there who didn't know her name. She could talk to anybody, didn't matter where they were from, what they had done in their past. Joyce Chapman embraced everyone. And when you went to a function that Joyce Chapman put together, not only did you know you were going to have fun, but you also knew you were going to be safe. Joyce Chapman is seriously going to be missed, but I guarantee you she's left some marks behind that people are going to learn from and follow. So for all of the other Joyce Chapmans out there, please continue to do the work that you do, because you leave a great mark on communities, on neighborhoods, and on society as a whole. So I just want to send my condolences to her family, and just all of you, please keep her in your hearts. She was a beautiful human being that brought beauty to this city. With that, thank you.